is for a championship, for the Canadian Bantamweight Women's Championship. Shelly Barnett, who has one of the best boxing nicknames I've come across, Machine Gun Shelly. Love it.
When you sent that to me, I was wondering if Machine Gun Shelly should maybe marry Machine Gun Kelly.
I might be a derivative, the nickname there. McKenna Tansley is who she is taking on now. Again, Shelly resides in the Chicago area, Evanston to be precise, but she is from Canada. McKenna is from the Edmonton area. And because we have all dealt with restrictions of COVID-19 and the pandemic over the course of the last 15 months, they have not been able to have this fight in Canada. So with that, that's why we're having it at the Hammond Civic Center tonight. We'll have that match coming up for you in a matter of moments. Other fighters you will see this evening: David Bozak against Adrian Bermudez. Armando Pena will take on Villa Bloomfield. Mikey Dolman, a man that in his professional debut knocked a man through the rope in 30 seconds. It made TMZ. He'll take on Dennis Knife Chief. And Malcolm Jones of Indianapolis will take on Tipton Walker. This first bout you will see could go as long as 8 rounds. Our next match will be a 4-round bout, and our final 3 rounds of the evening could go as far as 6 rounds. Just overall impressions, Kyle, of what we've seen tonight here at the Civic Center.
Well, I mean, we could just start with Chicago native Evan Perot, right? I mean, he came out, talked about his amateur career with us. He came out and absolutely dominated that fight. You know that he sold some tickets because the crowd was going absolutely crazy for him. And he was the best fight of the night so far.
We had a chance to interview Evan as part of kind of our pre-television show. Very well-spoken young man, and talked about kind of the investment of time he has made to get to this point. This is his first professional fight. He's been doing this, Kyle, for 11 years.
Yeah, he's put in a lot of time. Look, your amateur career, that's what he said. He brought patience to it, right? He brought patience tonight. That's what I wanted to know, what he brought from that amateur career, because you have to take some of the stuff that you started with that worked into your professional career, and Evan did just that tonight.
Let's get to our ring announcer to introduce bout number 7, our first televised fight of the evening. This is McKenna Tansley making her way to the ring.
I'm traveling on and on and on and on and on and on. Can you point me to the sweet green fields with the ever blue sky? Because I woke this morning in the hurricane's eye.
You see the t-shirts on her ring crew, Team Mighty Mick. She is from the Edmonton area. She is a graphic designer by trade. She was a hockey player before she turned into a boxer. We always talk about a hockey game broke out in a fight or something along those lines. We're going to find out how those skills translate this evening.
Let's
back to the ring.
Welcome to the ring, Shelly Barnett.
I got one question. You see me in that Porsche, what? Yeah, I'm supposed to be in a Corsica. Working hard 9 to 5, cause I got a 9 to 5. Butter at the beat at the source, so what? They want this life, but ain't boss enough. Was going by the range, it ain't cost enough. Work too hard to be living on a budget. Went to the dealership and said, they asked why I ain't signed yet. I say talented beyond that. Ain't no deal worth me changing. Either way it go, my jump still banking. In hip-hop, I ain't getting naked. If you want it, you gon' struggle trying to take it. Take it, take it. You better double think it. Catch me in the booth going in while I'm drinking.
Shelly Barnett getting checked out by our referee for tonight's game. You know, everybody has their chance to promote themselves, whether you're a fighter or not, on social media these days. It was great in researching these two fighters, Kyle, how Shelly was equal time showing her training for this fight and bragging about her daughter's softball skills from this summer. In other words, these are real people we're talking about coming into the ring.
Well, you have to be multi-talented to do that, so she can do multiple things at once.
So 3 judges, of course, for this fight. We have only had 1 come to the judges' card just yet. Championship belt is being displayed.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for McKenna Tansley.
As you noted, Greg, AAA hockey, bachelor degree in graphic design. Two things. She's tough, and she's really smart. So that tells me she's going to be a technical fighter.
She's in the purple trunks trimmed with black and leopard. She has her professional record of 4-4.
Championship
and
on the
7
line tonight.
draws. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Shelly Machine Gun Barrett.
Two corners exchanging pleasantries. We'll have as many as 8 3-minute rounds for tonight's championship contest.
Greg, they're pretty close in fights. 4-4-2. McKenna 3-0. Similar experience. I'm going to look for the bounce in the feet.
Tansley in the white trunks. Barnett in the purple. Fitting of the fact she lives currently in Evanston, Illinois. Of course, the home of Northwestern University. The other side of Chicago from where we are this evening. Feeling out process underway here to start this matchup. Tansley leading with the left.
They're both
Barnett
being the
loves it.
aggressors here. I like it. Nice right there, right to the jaw. Right on that butt.
Crowd of 1,000 on hand tonight. It's the most we could have in the Civic Center. Place can hold as many as 6,000 for boxing. We hope to get back to that in very short order.
McKenna's got great feet movement, Greg. She's moving back and forth. She's moving around. She's not just backing up. She's side to side. She's coming forward. Her head's coming down. She's moving.
Good right hand landed by Tansley.
Look at that, 1, 2, 3. Boom, right to the face, and then a left right to the body. Ooh.
You see timer is on your screen. Ten-second being applied.
See right there, Barnett was just holding that hand out. She was trying to keep her away. She's still aggressive, though.
I like the fact the brakes were just applied by Tansley. Not many folks could be able to do that, or what you see in round number 1, Kyle.
You know, I saw a little bit of aggression from both sides, but I think McKenna Tansley has the best movement so far. I mean, she really can move side to side. She's up and down. She's not staying in one place. She's bouncing on the feet a lot. She moves extremely well. And that's not surprising being a hockey player. You know, she had to be on skates. She can move. She might have even thrown hands while she was on skates, Greg.
I think they look on that a little less favorably in women's hockey than they do in men's hockey, but your point is well made that if you can do all the things that you do with a hockey stick in your hand while on skates, pretty easy to find your footing in a boxing ring, even if somebody's trying to throw blows at you.
It is. Now, over to Shelly Barnett. She still had some aggression in her. She's coming kind of a little bit forward, not moving side to side enough. Let's see what she does in round 2.
Round 2 is underway. I don't have the ability to show you the CompuBox stats in terms of punches landed, percentages, etc. But I would say, judges' scorecards, I'd say Tansley probably had the better of round number 1.
You see when that left comes out there, Greg, she's got that right sitting back. That's to protect in the chin spot, and then she can let that go too.
Tansley, a good job of stepping out of potential to being cornered there by Barnett.
She drew in Barnett on that. She let her come to her, and then boom, spinned out, and now she's back to being the aggressor.
Bit of a stumble by Barnett, but no damage done. Tansley not in a position to attack. Referee hadn't do much so far these first round and a half. Fighters been good about policing themselves and not clinching up too much here in the early stages of this fight. Again, this can go as many as 8 rounds. This has been a true boxing match so far.
Look at that. You see that head movement? She threw a couple punches. She saw Barnett was coming at her. She ducked under it and got out. She is a technical fighter. Impressive by McKenna.
In Tansley, good combination.
Oh,
yeah, we got a cut.
We got some blood, Greg.
10 seconds left to go in the round. There will be a little work to be done in the corner. And again, our timer might be a second or two off, but it gives you the general idea. And this was the first time we have seen blood drawn in our fights so far tonight.
It is, and I'll tell you what, Shelly's got an uphill battle. That's 2 rounds. McKenna has shown to be the better fighter without a doubt. She has better movement. She has better head movement. She's putting punches together. Her flow is all around better than Shelly.
And again, if you are looking at things from saying, hey, you're just kind of stumbling on tonight's matches, maybe you're not used to watching boxing, you think of the televised fights, this is the old days of 15 rounds, but you're thinking 10 rounds, 12 rounds. No, this is 8 rounds. So in other words, if you lost both round one and round 2, all of a sudden, you got a significant hill to climb.
Yes, you do.
If you're trying to fight for points going to round number 8.
You do. You got an uphill battle. We got the Bantamweight Championship for Canada on the line here. And Shelly's going to have to step it up if she wants to win, because she's already down 0-2 for sure.
Shelly's team has done their job. Medical has checked her out. Round number 3. And thrilled to bring you boxing for the first time on the ISC Sports Network.
Her corner said, look, she's bleeding, come out firing. Don't let her come at you.
And if you're Barnett, now you have to go on the attack knowing that blood has been drawn and it's yours?
I think you have to, yeah. I mean, she has to stay the aggressor. And that doesn't mean you can't back up and move around, but she has to,
Just a stumble.
She's definitely bleeding pretty bad, Greg. I can't imagine that. I was just looking at the footage here. I don't know how long she can last if she's not taken out before that, because that is a nasty cut.
In our first of 5 televised fights for you this evening on the ISC Sports Network. Our camera operator's doing a great job of zooming in and showing you exactly what she's dealing with. Again, no seat is too far away here in this great building that dates back to 1938. Currently serves primarily as the home of the Purdue Northwest men's and women's basketball teams at the Division II level.
As I told you walking in, you are just a wealth of knowledge, sir.
Wikipedia is an amazing thing. This round's been a bit more even so far, but frankly, even is to Tansley's benefit at this juncture.
I'm going to say Tansley probably didn't think she was maybe even going to last that long. Came out pretty strong. They both look a little, I mean, they're not too bad, but they both look, they're settling down a little bit.
And 4th professional fight for Tansley. Number 11 for Barnett. Tansley has quite the story to tell. The local press in Edmonton did a great job of documenting her story this week before this fight.
I'll tell you this, Greg. Now, obviously they look a little different with blood coming down, but they both do a pretty good job of keeping their hands up. Not all fighters do that the whole time, and it depends on where you're sitting, right? Some can feel a little comfortable if you have some space and down, but they're doing a pretty good job.
Kyle, I thought that was the most even round of the 3 so far, but again, Barnett is fighting uphill. Even is not good enough for her. She's got to start making a dent, start making an impact. Frankly, I think she's got to start taking some chances.
She does. She does. I wouldn't just say go for the crazy knockout here, but she's going to have to put some power punches together. She is going to have to try to stumble McKenna to win this fight.
Instead of the stumble there of her own accord.
Right.
Thanks to our wonderful production crew from the ISC Sports Network. Thank you, Dave Marin, Aaron Van Wolde, Daryl Tibbs, and Jordan Shue. Technical assistance being provided by Perry Knezovich, alongside Kyle Knezovich. Greg Rakestraw with you. This is our first of 5 bouts that we've got for you tonight on ISC and Xfinity 81 and 900, depending on whether you're watching from the state of Indiana or the state of Michigan. Tonight's fight's being made available in over 1 million homes in a 2-state area. And available for pay-per-view for anybody outside of that area for just $5.99 for the entire card.
You know, at the start, Greg, I talked about I'm going to look for some feet work and bounce. They both got some good bounce going. This fight is not over for Shelly yet, but she definitely has an uphill climb here.
In of our earlier bouts, only one has gone to the judges' scorecards. That was a majority draw that was given in our first fight of the night. In our other fights, there have been a decisive winner, usually by round 1 or 2. All the bouts that preceded this one was a 4-round fight. Again, this one slated for as many as 8. We're in round number 4.
I don't know that it's going to happen, Greg, but I'd like to see a furious flurry from Machine Gun Shelly here. She's going to need something. She's going to have to put her down. You see how well McKenna moves? She's just not letting Shelly get in that comfort zone. You know, Shelly can still be the aggressor, but McKenna's not letting her get into that comfort zone. That's why she's having so much problem landing power shots.
And again, obviously, the one big blow that was landed in round number 2 that has opened up a significant cut in the area of the right eye for Machine Gun Shelly.
Oh.
And Tansley landed another stiff right hand.
Big shot from Shelly there.
And again, Tansley does a good job of avoiding that corner. She has had a great sense. Now again, Barnett, another solid right. Maybe the 2 best punches she has landed so far tonight. 10 seconds to go in the round.
I think so, Rake. Definitely the 2 cleanest.
So maybe again a bit more of a leveling here as we're the halfway point. Is that the first round you give to Shelly?
Oh, that's a tough one. I think you. I don't know that you could give her the round.
You have touched on the fact of Tansley's movement being so solid. What has impressed me would be the phrase spatial awareness. When she has sensed, hey, I'm in the corner, I could be hemmed in here, she has done a great job of moving around Barnett to gain the real estate back in the center of the ring.
Yep, she has. And sometimes she even lures in a little bit, and then she'll spin out, and then boom, attack. She does that really well. Very impressive by McKenna.
The hockey player has done a great job of avoiding being checked into the boards so far in the opening 4 rounds of this fight. And again, the corner work, doing what they can, trying to stop the bleeding. Shelly's done a great job of stopping the bleeding from a metaphorical sense in terms of how she has fought in rounds 3 and 4, but we're talking about actual blood they're trying to contain for the lady who walked in with a championship belt in front of her. Round number 5.
See, McKenna's moving back and forth, in and out. She's drawing her in. Barnett's kind of just straightforward. McKenna knows what she's going to do.
It's pretty impressive to see in your 4th professional fight.
It is.
You've got that innate knowledge to be able to do that. Barnett trying to position her in that corner she's at. Again, sprints off the ropes. Hand that got through to some degree by Tansley. Got around the right hand of Barnett. Now back in that corner.
You see her spin out?
Yep.
She did it again.
That has been the story of the fight.
All right, she got to put a little power behind those.
A stumble, second one. Again, that's just to make sure that everything's all right. Second time that didn't exactly take a knee, but off of her feet. Another good right hand landed by Tansley. Body
nice
shot.
1, 2, 3.
Well, these two are both warriors, no doubt about it, but Tansley has been the better boxer in this match.
That was an impressive, she didn't even set it up. She just threw one body shot right there, kept it low, right to the left side. That was very nice.
And this is the first time in the fight so far, Kyle, I remember like the body shots have had an effect from Tansley.
Yeah.
Again, 10 seconds left to go on the round.
Oh.
And Barnett backed against the ropes and kind of felt that the clock was her friend at the end of round number 5.
You could tell McKenna was wearing down there just a tad, and she's been going hard. I mean, she's been moving a ton. Like I said, back and forth, left and right, back and forth, forward and straight. Let's see what Barnett does here. Yeah, she's coming at her, and then watch her spin out of there. Boom, and then comes with it over the top right. That's impressive right there by McKenna.
McKenna listed at 5'2". The fighting weight for tonight's match was 117 pounds. McKenna turned 29 back on March 20th.
You know, this has to play a factor, Rake. She's 29 and Shelly's 37. Age, look, hey, she's tough, there's no doubt. Shelly is tough as nails to be in there doing that, especially with that cut. But age has to play just a little bit of a factor.
So 6th round, here we go. And Barnett in the purple, Tansley in the white. We'll have a special guest joining us, and Christian Williams will stop by for a quick chat after we have concluded business here in the ring. Christian got the win of the bout that you saw the very tail end of here on ISC.
Ooh, stumbled her there, Rake. She
absolutely.
hit her good.
And Tansley could be going and trying to finish this off in round number 6.
You know what's also impressive here? She stumbled her with a headshot. She's not just going to the head. She's going to the body, too. She's going all over.
Putting together a complete fight, looking to grab that belt.
Barnett with a nice comeback punch there.
And again, Barnett realizes she is not going to win this fight on points. She's going to win a Spirit Award if she can last 8 rounds, but to win the fight, she's going to take a decisive blow.
Depending on what happens here, Greg, I can maybe even see the corner stopping it. It's not a bad thing. You got to protect your fighter, too. Depending on how bad that cut is, how many shots she's going to continue to take here.
Because again, at this level, yes, this is a professional fight. This is not all that these ladies do in terms of a profession.
And again, age plays a factor too. You know, she's at 37. You got to take it easy on the brain if you can't take too many shots. She is a warrior, though. Machine Gun Shelly is a warrior.
That word gets thrown around a lot. It is apropos for each of these two women in the ring tonight. In the Canadian Bantamweight Championship on the line. Tansley from the Edmonton area. Barnett from Oshawa, near Toronto. Again, resides on the north side of Chicago. And Barnett again, great job just to find her footing and extends it on to round number 7.
6 down, well, we know Shelly's only going to win if there's a knockout.
Correct.
That's all it is for that. But McKenna's tiring down a little bit. She's got to be careful here because she's been very active this entire fight. Again, with the movement, she's bouncing. She's getting a little bit tired.
All right, so in other words,
underestimate.
Do you start to go a little more conservative, or can you think that way if you're McKenna?
I think you can, yeah. I think you could probably back off a little bit. Maybe she's good at moving, continue moving around, keep your defenses flowing, and not to get caught. You know, her goal here is just do not get caught, right? She's got to protect herself. Don't get caught. You are winning this fight. You are going to win this fight. Don't let yourself get caught.
So Barnett ready to go. Tansley soon to follow. Round number 7. Again, this is longer than any bout will go for the rest of the card. This is the only bout that will go past 6.
As I said earlier, Greg, you know, that cut looks pretty bad. I'm pretty impressed that she could go this far and that, A, it hasn't even gotten opened up that much more where they had to stop it.
And the thing is, I don't think that has prevented her from being aggressive.
No, it hasn't.
She has battled just as hard, if not harder, ever since that happened, dating back to round number 2. And there are so many storylines from this fight that Tansley and her crew will feel good about. But again, the thing that impressed me is that ability to sense when danger could happen and get out of the way before it ever actually gets close to happening.
That was a smooth jab right there, Rick. She kind of took a step back, right down the middle, connected, clean, and got out of the way.
And again, for some of these fighters, there has been such a delay in terms of getting to fight because of the COVID-19 pandemic. That's why we're contesting a Canadian championship on the shores of Lake Michigan.
Oh, that was a beautiful 1-2-3 right there. 1-2, kind of took a little step back, put some hip into it, connected right on the jaw.
And Tansley has been effective from both sides. She has not been really right or left dominant. From both wings, she has been the aggressor tonight. And Barnett has been an absolute warrior. One more round, barring a decisive blow in the final 2 minutes.
Machine Gun Shelley is hanging in there.
She's not going to win the bout, I don't think.
No, she's not.
She's going to win a lot of hearts and minds, let's put it that way.
As the phrase goes, not going down without a fight, and she is not going down easy.
Again, she has stumbled a couple of times, but there has not been anything, frankly, close to a knockout in these first 7 rounds.
Oh, as we see this replay, did you see her sneak that uppercut in there? That was beautiful. As we kind of talked about earlier, AAA hockey player, bachelor degree, graphic design. I thought she was really going to be a technical fighter, and she has proven to be an absolute technical fighter.
Technical fighter, but again, oftentimes when you say technical fighter, you think, okay, does that same technical fighter have the ability to land a knockout blow? And even though maybe she has it in 7 rounds, I think that's more of the credit of the opponent more than something that Tansley has not done.
Yeah.
She has, I mean, again, that's blood in her trunks and it's not hers.
Yes.
She's worried that from her opponent because of contact she created.
She's definitely landing some power shots, but she is just, she's chopping down the tree. Never head hunted, never body hunted, went up and down.
There was a heat map of punches landed, it'd be all over Barnett at this point. And 4 more fights to bring him after this one. And because of the warm temperatures in this building, you can see when punches landed. The sweat spray goes for feet at a time.
Just a tad hot in here.
Hey, these men and women train in conditions like this every day.
Absolutely.
My dry cleaning bill is going to go up, but fighters are used to this. Impressed by both these women tonight. Again, we will have the official judge's decision in the immediate aftermath of the fight. As soon as the fight is complete and that decision has been announced, we will talk with Christian Williams, who's been kind enough to stand by with us at our broadcast location, a bit away from the ring the last few moments.
The way that McKenna Tansley can bob in and out, weave, her head movement, it's just really impressive. That's just why she doesn't get caught very much, because she doesn't let Shelley get in that comfort zone. She has dominated the fight the entire 8 rounds.
Closing seconds, and again, Tansley at this point has to avoid walking into one. Barnett landed good contact a few moments ago. But Tansley, again, our referee has had to do very little in terms of separating the fighters. 10 seconds.
Let it all out.
This one goes the distance, and this one likely goes to McKenna Tansley. An embrace shared between 2 outstanding fighters.
Ladies here in the ring.
Pretty impressive, Rake. Impressive on different levels. One, you're more impressed with McKenna because of what she did boxing. You have to be impressed by Shelley for what she was able to do to stay in this fight, especially getting cut early.
So both fighters going to get the gloves taken off. Again, Barnett getting checked to make sure she's all right.
8 rounds is a lot.
Yes, it is.
When I was an amateur, it was 3 rounds, 2 minutes a round. So just think about how long 8 rounds is.
We will hear from our judges momentarily. Tina, our ring announcer, ready to hop into the ring momentarily. And our next fight up, Adrian Bermudez and David Novak. We'll make sure we bring you the end result of this fight first, especially with a belt on the line. But Tansley's crew realized they have something special in that fighter.
Absolutely.
And Barnett, again, as you said very well, was special in a different way, earned everyone's respect. Any person that walks into the squared circle should have your respect.
Absolutely.
But she kept battling, even though it wasn't going her way, for the better part of 8 rounds.
Yeah, impressive on 2 different levels, Greg, but nonetheless, both fighters came out to do what they do tonight, and they did. They gave it everything they had out there.
If this goes Tansley's way as we expect it to do so, she'll run her record to 4 wins without a defeat or a draw in her very brief, but obviously very promising boxing career.
I think McKenna preserved a lot of energy because, as you kind of mentioned, not a huge power hitter, right? But she knew how to win the fight. She preserves that energy by not throwing heavy punches all the time and moving around, keeping
And
on her
ladies and
feet,
gentlemen, let's give these
bouncing
warriors
around,
one
and
more
dominating.
big round of applause. You don't see heart like that very much in the boxing ring. And again, one more big round of applause for these 2 warriors here in the ring tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And in this ladies bantamweight division, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Kurt Spivey and Andrew Rulf both scored this bout 80-72. Jason Spears scored at 80-69. Our winner tonight by unanimous decision, out of the blue corner, McKenna Tansley.
McKenna, congratulations. I might have given 1 round or 2 to Barnett,
And
but
ladies
again,
and
let's not
gentlemen,
get caught
let's
up
give a
on
big round of
the
applause for
semantics.
Shelly
McKenna
Barnett.
clearly the winning
She
fighter
fought her
tonight.
heart
Both
out.
fighters, again, left an indelible impression. But Tansley now a champion after 4 fights. I'm sure we'll talk to her coming up in a matter of moments. But Christian Williams has been very patiently waiting to talk with us. Christian, Greg Rakestraw, Kyle Knezovich, congratulations. Tell us about the fight. You won about 20 or so minutes.